Hey my loves, Misha coming to you guys again. Today I want to talk about not conforming. Um, in our lives, sometimes the people around you like to, well, let's scratch that. Conforming. Conforming means to doing the norm or doing what everyone else is doing, what is basically expected of you. And I'm total opposite of that. I feel like I conform to what the hell I want to do. Um, Within reason. um, but yeah, so when you want to be different, that's basically an example of not conforming to the norm. Um, YouTube is full of people that did not conform, from their makeup, their hair, how they dress, how they talk. I'm sure there were people that tried to tell them not to be that way, not to do this. You should be like this, you should be like that, you should do this, you should go to school, you should work after school, that should be your life, get married, have kids, boom, that's it. And that's basically like what your family and your friends and stuff expect you to do to be normal. But they didn't, so that's why they're on YouTube, and that's why everybody loved them, because there are a lot of people, millions and millions of people who do not want to conform, who want to be different. And so that's what makes YouTube so beautiful and so big, because like-minded people find what they like on YouTube and they all gel together. So but let's get to titles and labels that maybe your friends, family, loved ones will put on you that you don't want. Say they automatically assign you the leader, the matriarch, and you have a free spirit. You want to break out and not just be conformed to this matriarch or whatever, the go-to person of the family all the time. How do you do that without being a bitch, hurting feelings, and just doing your own thing without being called selfish or whatever? It's always a way of doing things to make it nice and pleasant, but sometimes people get on your last nerve, and sometimes you have to snap and say, look, I have my own life. I'm not, my priorities is me, not you. You grown like I am. Your priority should be you. I am, so you wonder, like, how am I supposed to get ahead when I can't focus on me because everybody is pulling me in every different direction? What do you do to simmer that? What you do is become selfish in a good way to you, because in the end of the day, you're no good to anybody if you are on E. You have to take time out from anybody. I don't care if you're married in a full-time relationship, but you have to take time out for you. You have to be selfish, and that comes with turning off your phone. If it rings, don't answer it until you feel like answering it and returning those calls. Spa days, just getting in your car and riding around, just out of touch. You know what I mean? Everybody needs their me time, and the people that might depend on you don't get it. They think that your purpose in life is to serve them and to make them feel better. And in the process of that, you can lose yourself. You can lose your dreams and the things that you want to do for yourself. So my advice would be to take that me time, to let them know, if you have to schedule it like it's a job. Look, between 12 and 4, I'm not going to be in touch. Can't reach me. If it's an emergency, leave a message, because your mental health is at stake, because if you're being pulled all these different ways and then you got your own things you want to do, it's aggravating. So I'm speaking basically from experience, because I feel like that's my role in my family. Like, I'm different. I'm different from them. I learn quicker. I just take the initiative to do things, and I'm just different. So that makes me the go-to person. Like, they want to come to me for everything that they can't or won't even try to do themselves, because they just know Misha can do it. And in the process of that, I've been putting off stuff that I have to do for myself. And that's why I came to the terms where I'm just going to be selfish, and give myself the time that I need to get to where I need to be. I can't help you if I'm on empty. You got to give me my me time so I can fill myself back up. And I do that by reading. I do that by watching conferences and motivational speaking. That's what gives me my fuel to go out there and deal with being pulled all these different type of ways. One thing I learned in this journey is you have to come to terms with what your role is. Not saying you have to conform to that role, but you take it and you remix it to where it makes you happy. Because if God placed you in a role to be a leader or whatever, with that comes big responsibility, and you can't just shake it off. If that's your destiny, if that's your role that God gave you, you can't shake it off. So you have to find a way to deal with it. And I say that with, especially with family, because you can't, some people do, but you can't really cut your family off and hurt their feelings and talk shit and snap them up and all of that, and expect to not have repercussions for that. So you just have to find a way to remix it to where you're pleasing those that you love, but you're pleasing yourself, if that makes sense. You have to make sure you're on full, or at least halfway, before you go deal with somebody. Because when you're on empty, you're basically, they're like tap dancing on your last nerve. That's how it feels when you're on empty. And make goals for yourself. Because when you're happier and you're achieving the goals for yourself, you're happy to do for whoever needs what or whatever. You're in a better mood. It fills the inside of you. You're fulfilling what you need to do for yourself. So it makes it, if there's less resistance when someone calls you or needs you for something, you know what I mean? So always put yourself first. Check off those to-do lists. They make you feel better, whether they look hard at the beginning, but once you conquer it, you feel so much better. You become a better person, and in return, the people around you, you become pleasant to them as well. And then you can give more to them because you are filling up your own tank. And when you fill your tank up, you can spread what you know with other people, or just be better, well-rounded for them. So yeah, so, and also, like, get a journal. You can't tell people everything, and some things you need to write down, and it just be between you and the Lord, and that's it, you know. So that also releases anything that's holding you down, weighing you down, could be hindering you. Because when you don't get that negative static off of you, you take that with you in everything you do, and you might not be protruding it, you know, right off the bat, but eventually it's like a cancer. It will eat at you. It will destruct whatever you're trying to do, and you're wondering why. That's the stumbling block, because you have to deal with things and get it off of you. So a journal is perfect. Journal, you don't have to tell nobody. The journal ain't gonna tell nobody unless somebody steal it or find it and read it. But your secret is safe, and your feelings are safe, and you got it out, so you have no resentment, no regret, and all that negative static that comes with not getting stuff off your chest. So yeah, do that, people. You want a positive life, do not conform to what everybody else is doing. If that's not what you want to do, you want to be different, whatever it is. You're never going to be the same as somebody else anyway, so just adapt that in your mind, and then you won't have a problem with going forward with what you want to do to be different. Damn what Dick, Tom, or Harry say what you should do, how you should do it. You got one life, it's only your life, and you have to do it. So don't conform. And with the titles people place on you, you can either step into that title gracefully, or find ways, step into the title, or you can step away from the title, you know, because sometimes it's like a box. Like, don't put me in a box. Don't title me. Don't tell me what my purpose is to be, and I'm here to do this and do. No, I decide that. So do not let anybody do that to you. And find your me time. Always find your me time, and get your journal, people. Positive living, that's what we're trying to get. You want happiness, you want prosperity, you want abundance, you want financial freedom. You got to get right within. If you're not right within, you're not going to attract those things to you. So that is my advice, and I'll see you guys next time for the Positive Life Vlog 3. And thank you for watching this one. Toodles.